Elections, tragedies, and farewells lead local news in 2018. While judicial training will remain in San Antonio, a new location still hasn't been determined. And cold but dry conditions are expected for Monday's New Year celebration. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Sunday, December 30th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. For many in San Antonio, 2018 was a year of change and goodbyes, as notable personalities like Cheryl Scully, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili said farewells. The year also ended with the sudden death of longtime Bexar County Commissioner Paul Elizondo. 2018 was also a year of tragedy and recovery. In San Marcos, 5 young people died in an apartment fire, while the survivors of a November 2017 Sutherland Springs shooting that claimed 26 lives continue to struggle in the aftermath. On the political front, Beto O'Rourke came close, but Senator Ted Cruz prevailed in his re-election bid. In Bexar County, Democrats rolled to impressive wins, and voters approved 2 charter amendments backed by the Firefighters Union. Meanwhile, former state Senator Carlos Uresti prepared for a lengthy prison term following convictions for fraud and money laundering. And locally in San Antonio, following months of protests, heated public meetings, and intense negotiation, in October the city council approved an ambitious, controversial plan to renovate Alamo Plaza. While the center that houses technology training for hundreds of federal judges and court employees may be leaving Hemisphere Park when a new federal courthouse opens there, it won't be leaving town. However, where the Adrian A. Spears Judicial Training Center will be located is still unknown. After years of fighting for funding for a new courthouse, the money was finally secured in a 2016 omnibus spending bill. But when the appropriation came through, it was missing funding for the training center. Bexar County's congressional delegation then went to work, sending a letter to the federal judiciary's administrative arm, urging it to keep a training center somewhere in San Antonio instead of moving it to another city or state. The agency agreed and submitted the information necessary for the GSA to start looking for a new location for the training center. Various locations have now been discussed for leasing space, including in downtown, with details being kept secret so the GSA can negotiate the best deal it can. The center was originally owned by the city and served as an exhibition hall during the 1968 World's Fair at Hemisphere Park. In the 1970s, the building was acquired by the federal government and turned into office space with a large conference room and computer pods, where hundreds of federal judges and court employees from across the country train annually on technology necessary to do their jobs. But now, the Spears Building and the Wood Courthouse will be returned to the city in a land swap with the federal government for property at Nueva and Santa Rosa Streets, where the new courthouse will be located. Groundbreaking for that new building will be in February. And revelers looking to ring in 2019 outside should be ready for a chilly Monday night, but San Antonians should still see dry skies during the festivities. Rain this evening is expected to clear out by Monday morning, making way for a dry and cool New Year's Eve. Despite colder temperatures, the forecast bodes well for Celebrate SA, which will bring music, family activities, and food to Hemisphere, La Vallita, and Maverick Plaza. Monday's New Year's events start at 6 p.m. and run until midnight when the fireworks show begins at the Tower of the Americas. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Sunday, December 30th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.